Welcome to the home page of the departmental course allocation system. This is a software which would allocate the courses to the faculties, and this is automation of the course allocation, which is generally done, which was initially done by the head of the department himself. Right now, this is done with the help of software. Who are the users of this software? Head of the department and the faculties are the users. The information related to the faculties has been stored. Username and password is also stored. So whichever username and password they will be entering on the login page, it will be checked with the database, and depending on the validity, they will be redirected to their home page. Right now, if I enter, let's say if I am head of the department, then let's log in as the head of the department. So as you can see, welcome HOD sir, Dr. Pankaj Jalote, to your home page. So what can the head of the department do in this software? So he can do faculty registration, subject allocation, non-choice filling course allocation, and view final allocation. So what do you mean by non-choice filling? So basically, faculty registration is a step where the head of the department will be selecting those faculties who will be giving their choices. Because there are certain faculties who have an immense experience in some subject and who have an expertise in some subject. So such faculties can be kept out of this choice filling by the head of the department by not selecting them in this faculty registration, right? So those faculties who will not be selected for the choice filling round, they will be assigned the courses of their expertise by the head of the department in the non-choice filling course allocation button, which we saw on the previous page. So let's quickly select the faculties who will be taking part in the choice filling. Before that, you can see one table that is selected faculties. Initially it is empty, but once I'll click on submit, you will be able to see those faculties who will be selected by the head of the department in this particular step. Okay, so I am not selecting 3 faculties. 7 faculties will be there in this table, and those faculties which will not be selected will be into this database. So let's click on submit and let's see the state of the database. Let's observe it. So you can see, right, we have selected 7, and so 7 entries should be there in the selected faculties. When I refresh the database, you can see there are 7 entries, right? And when I go to non-selected faculties, yes, Dr. Pankaj Jalote, Miss Meena Mathur, Miss Vidish Sharma, they have not been selected. So this was the faculty registration. So these many faculties will be giving their choices, but for giving their choices, we also need to select the courses, right? In subject registration, basically what will the head of the department do? He will be selecting those subjects which will be available for the choice filling. As I said just before a few minutes, that some faculties may have expertise in some subject, so such courses should be eliminated from the course allocation, right? They should not be available for the choice filling, because those subjects are to be taught by some other faculty. It is predefined, right? So for that purpose, we are doing subject registration, and there can be 2 types of semester, odd or even, right? You cannot have simultaneously odd even semesters. So we are going to do allocation for even. I'm going to show you for even. So from where are these courses coming? Let me show you. Departmental courses. This is the table from where the different courses taught from 1 to 6 semesters. 1 to 6 semesters. Let me show you all the data. Right, 30 records are there. So from here the data is coming, right, for second semester. You can see match to electronic principles, object-oriented programming in C++. Right, so all those are present over here. Discrete mathematics, DA, software engineering, you can see them in database and over here also. So whichever subject I will be not selecting over here, they will be taught by those faculties who are expert in that subject, right? That we will see further how we will do allocation of those subjects. Okay, let me show you something. So whichever courses will be selected in this particular subject registration, they will be stored over here into this database. It is initially empty, you can see, but once I'll click on submit, you will be able to see a lot of entries, and those courses which will not be selected, which are to be taught by the faculties who are not taking part in the course allocation or choice filling course allocation, they will be teaching, right? So let's quickly select those subjects who are which are going to be available for the choice filling. So when I click on submit, you can see those courses which have been selected, they are shown in this table. Let me refresh the database, and here we go. You can see some courses popping out as soon as I refresh, right? You can see it on your screen, and similarly you can see non-selected courses. They are design and DA, CSA and computer networks. Now once we have selected the courses, now we have to generate forms, right? Because if the forms are not generated, then the faculties will not be able to give their choices. So let's generate the form and let's see a sample form. As you can see, this is a sample form, and what are the subjects present in the drop down list? You can see Maths 2, EP, CP2, OP in C++, basics of semiconductor. Where are these subjects? Right, discrete mathematics. So all these subjects are present in this database. Selected courses, you can see, right? Maths 2, EP, C programming 2, basics of semiconductor, DM, software engineering, Java, okay, service oriented architecture, SDP. So all these subjects are present. All these subjects are present in the course selected courses. So now let me go to home. Okay, so right now we cannot do allocation, right? Because see, not even a single faculty has right now given, as of now, given the choices. So we have to wait for those choices. So let's do the choice filling now. Let me show you how the choice filling would go on. Yes, Mr. Aman Verma will be able to do the choice filling because he is into this table, selected faculties, right? You can see Mr. Aman Verma in selected faculties. That means he has been selected for choice filling. See, you are able to see this empty block. This is empty as of now because once the allocation list will be generated, you will be able to see the button. Okay, you will be able to see one button. We will see that later. I have kept this empty purposely or intentionally. Okay, we will see that. So now we will do I'll show you the choice allocation of one faculty, or let's say two faculties, because of time constraint. Okay, I don't have much time. I have only 15 minutes. Okay, so now you can see this table, that is faculty choice. Initially it is empty, but once I'll click on submit, you will be able to see in front of, with faculty name Mr. Aman Verma, there will be choices which will be whatever choice will be selected by him, that will be into the database. Okay, so let's quickly give the choices, and here we go. So you can see the first priority that he gave was object oriented software engineering, second was TAFL, third was CP2, fourth was JT, fifth was DM. Let's see whether it is stored in database or not. Yes it is, right? So in this way, once all the faculties will be giving their choices, we will be able to do allocation, or the head of the department will be able to do the allocation. As of now I am logging out because there is no other task which the faculty has to do in this software. Okay, so I am showing you one more choice filling, one more choice filling done by the faculty. Okay, he can give 5 choices. So okay, let me give some different choice. Let's say SDP maybe, and here we go. Okay, now see who is Mr. Jalaj Saxena is the faculty who is giving choices, and here we refresh. So for Mr. Jalaj Saxena, whatever the choices, they have been displayed, right? C++, SC, basics of semiconductor, SDP, right? So in this way, the choice filling will be, once the choice filling will be done for all the faculties, we will be able to do allocation. So now I'm pausing the video and doing the choice filling for other faculties who are into the selected faculties, and then I will show the allocation. Let me also show you the home page of those faculties who have not been selected for the choice filling. Okay, So as you can see, they can't participate in the course allocation, but there is one button over here, right? There is one button over here. Let me click on this, and you can see as the allocation has not been done yet, they will get this message. Okay, so I'm logging out, and now we will see allocation. Let me show you one more thing. What happens if the head of the department tries to do the allocation when all the faculties have not given choices? When all the faculties in this table, selected faculties, they have not given choices. Still, you can see this table. Still, faculty with ID 10 has not given his choices, his or her choices. So let us see what happens. As you can see, he'll get this message, right? So let me just show you the allocation once I do that allocation part. Okay, allocation part. First of all, we are doing choice filling. This subject allocation is basically choice filling course allocation. So you can see, right, match 2. So whosoever has given match to some priority, you will be able to see. EP, you can see 4 people have given choices. As Miss Jalak Patel is the only faculty who has given that choice to match 2, therefore she is supposed to teach match 2. Okay, that is one provision of this, that is one assumption of this software. So right now, as in EP, you can see there are 4 options. So whichever option head of the department will be assigning, let's say we assign Tushar Patel. Okay, okay, so this is my allocation of the subjects. Now you can see this table, it is initially empty, but once I'll click on submit, you will be able to see subjects and the allocated faculty. So you can see this table, match 2 has been assigned to Jalak Patel, EP to Tushar Patel. Now when I refresh the database, you can see, right, the same thing. Let me show you the table and the database. You can see, right, SDP has been assigned to Jalat Saxena, SE has been assigned to Jalat Saxena, Anita Patel is supposed to teach Java technologies. So you can see they are identical. Okay, now I will be showing you the non-choice filling course allocation, that is for those who are expert in some subject and they did not give choices. Okay, so when I click on submit, you will be able to see these entries into this table allocation list. Okay, and so this is the faculty name and allocation, and you can see clearly, right? Let me show you. You can search Dr. Pankaj Jalote, Computer Networks, Miss Meena Mathur, CSA, okay, and Miss Vidhi Sharma, Da. So they are expert in these subjects. That's what we have assumed, right? So they are not a part. They were not a part of the course allocation. Now, if the head of the department wants to view the final list which has been generated, you can see basics of you can see the final list, right? Basics of semiconductor, Mr. Sahil Sahani, Computer Networks, Dr. Pankaj Jalote, as you can see, Miss Meena Mathur, Computer System Architecture. And now if some faculty wants to view this, then how can he view? We can see. See, I was telling you something about this box, right? I was telling you something about this box. Initially it was empty, but now you can see a button allocation list. What does this mean? Till allocation list was not generated, the button was not visible to the faculty. But once allocation list has been generated, they can click on this to view the allocation list. So I have done this by using cookies. Okay, the concept of cookies. So once I click on this, you can see you are signed in as Mr. Aman Verma, and you are able to see the same list which was that is the final allocation list, right? This is the final allocation list, so any faculty can view. Even those who have not been selected, they can view the same list by selecting on the same option. In the same way, we can do the course allocation for odd semesters. So this is the course allocation system. Hope you liked it. Thank you and have a nice day.